My friends, I hope you guys are doing well. I got some downloads today, so I wanted to come on and do a reading. So I hope you guys are doing well. I'm curious to see if the downloads are going to match up with this reading, just like every day. But yeah, let's get into it. So I have my little Lego kitty that I posted. I have him sitting in the corner there. I just heard nobody put the baby in the corner. It's funny that I always hear that because I think I've only ever seen Dirty Dancing once. And the whole time, why am I telling you this? The whole time I was watching it, I couldn't figure out, like, I hated the way that Patrick Swayze called, the name Patrick could be symbolic, but I hated the way that he called her baby. And then her dad was calling her baby, and it, like, took me almost the whole movie to realize that her name was Baby. Was her name Baby? I don't even know. But I often hear nobody puts baby in the corner during my readings, so Dirty Dancing could be symbolic. As far as downloads, I was seeing a shark, specifically a shark tooth. So there could be something about that, like maybe you have a shark tooth, or maybe that could be symbolic. The shark represents exposing one's true nature, and it also represents something that's, deep within a person that needs to come to the surface. Usually it's about a truth, and it talks about the shark encircling us. The movie Jaws could be symbolic. I was also seeing a beetle. So beetles are symbolic of rebirth and transformation. And I was also seeing a slug, specifically a garden slug. I know, my downloads are strange. I've stopped questioning them. But the garden slug represents trusting your path even when it feels messy, and even when you feel like you're not making any progress. So when you think about it, a slug moves so slowly, but behind it you can see the trail. So there is movement, is what I'm hearing, but it could be very slow moving. Emotional sensitivity and vulnerability. So you could be feeling very emotionally sensitive right now. Or really emotionally vulnerable. I'm going to get back to what I was hearing with that, or the person you're connected to is. And the other thing about a slug is manifestation takes time, growth takes time, healing takes time, things take time. So it could be that maybe a lot of time has passed, or your manifestation hasn't come in yet. I was hearing ghosted. So one thing I was wondering is if you could have been very emotionally vulnerable with someone and then maybe they went silent on you. I'm seeing that card. I'm not sure how to respond to your message, so I went quiet. So you could have really opened up to someone here and maybe they ghosted you. I was hearing the song Ghost by Justin Bieber, so the name Justin could be symbolic. Or that song. If I can't be close to you, I'll settle for the ghost of you. I miss you more than life. And then I was hearing you could be in deep nostalgia right now, or the person you're connected to is, and that's why I came on to do a reading. We're kind of 333 on the timer. We're going to look at your energy and their energy to see who's feeling the nostalgia. It could be both of you. And I was also healing. That's interesting. I was hearing chasing energy. So you could be working on healing your chaser energy, and maybe it's a slow moving, the slug, maybe it's slow moving, or maybe you are, maybe it's being activated in you right now. Like maybe you've been healing it, but all of a sudden it's being activated in you. Initials I was getting, SJFBGCANE. I wrote them all down today. I wrote down all my downloads. So I think that was it. The other thing, because you guys are my besties, you're so sweet, all your comments. I've really been in my comment section the last couple days. Thank you for all the compliments on the red shirt and the coin. That was insane. So many of you connected with the coin, or you found a coin after you watched my reading. Somebody even mentioned they found a Canadian coin, which is weird because they're in America, and I was saying it's weird because I'm in Canada and I found an American coin. I wish the crows had brought it to me, but it appeared in my room. That's why it doesn't make any sense to me. Like if it was outside, it would have made sense that the crows brought it. But it was in my room. So I don't know. And I'm just going to keep it here because I collect things. But anyway, I felt like that was very symbolic for a lot of you. So I thought that was pretty cool, pretty magical. A lot of you, now my left eye is leaking. But a lot of you, I just want to thank you again for confirming the downloads that I'm getting. The frog was symbolic for people, so thank you for confirming my downloads. It strengthens them, if you believe it or not, because I've been having downloads for a while, but I've never written them down before a reading and spoken about them, and I get them a lot in my readings. But anyway, one other thing I wanted to share with you, because you guys are my besties and I know you'll take pleasure in it as much as I do. So I got scammed. I got scammed on the internet like last month. I thought I was buying a big Highland cow. And I got like do you call it the Temu version? I didn't order it off of Temu, but I ordered it from what looked like a reputable site that had good reviews. And it was supposed to be this big Highland cow. And when it came, it was the saddest little cow I've ever seen. It was like this big, and it had this weird belly button, and it was a black and white cow, and I felt like it was laughing at me. And my kids thought it was funny that I got scammed. Like I said, I ordered something and I got like the Temu version of it, but my kids would I'd come down in the morning and they'd hide it in the kitchen so that it was like staring at me. They thought it was great fun. But anyway, I was very upset. Why am I telling you all this? Because you're my bestie. I was very upset because I was waiting for that cow, and there could be something about how sometimes our manifestations don't come in the form we thought they would. But then my very generous partner went on Etsy and found me a Highland cow. So I have to show it to you because it came this morning right before your reading. So I have to show it to you. Hang on. It's huge. It doesn't even fit on the camera. It's so huge. But look at him. Isn't he the fluffiest? That's what I'm hearing. Is it Agnes from Despicable Me? It's so fluffy. I'm in love with him and I need a name for him. So if you have any ideas for a name, he's handmade. I think somewhere in Europe or somewhere over there. I don't know. But he's handmade, and maybe I'll just stand up and show him to you because he's so big. Hang on, let me move my chair. Look at him. He's so fluffy. Anyway, my dogs are going to be jealous. All right, so now we've got that out of the way. I just have to show you guys that. Anyway, I ordered a Highland cow that was supposed to be big. But like I said, I got scammed. I got the Temu version of it. So yeah, thankful to my partner for getting that for me. And I'm going to sleep with it and my dogs are going to be jealous. I'm not sure if it's an autistic thing, but when you were a kid, or maybe even now, did you ever feel like inanimate objects had feelings? Because I do. I'm all worried about the cow that I sleep with because I'm worried that, what if it gets jealous that I'm sleeping with my new cow? But anyway, back to your reading. So like I said, I was hearing chaser energy, but I was more so hearing it could be stirring within you, or the shark, it could be circling around you. Like maybe you've been working on healing it. Maybe you've been doing really well. And then all of a sudden you feel its presence encircling you. So there could be a test of some sort. But anyway, 10 minutes and I haven't gotten any cards. Whoops. Let's shuffle. We have separation, sadness, bitterness, missing you, thinking about you. So like I said, I was hearing nostalgia. Let's cut the deck. We have the golden mirror, so you could have been dealing with a connection that felt one-sided. or someone who had or you could have been dealing with someone who had like narcissistic tendencies. Oh, we have twin flame right underneath that. Why am I not surprised? Why am I not surprised? So maybe you had to stop chasing this energy, because runner-chaser dynamic, that is a thing on the twin flame journey. Usually it's the feminine who's the chaser, and it's the masculine who's the runner. I'm not talking about gender. My kids are just having fun. I promise they're okay. They're screaming, but they're fine. And I mentioned, no, I didn't mention. Somebody asked in my comment section yesterday, and it's so hard to answer in that little comment section, but they asked, like, how do I know if I'm the twin flame or how do I know if I'm the divine feminine or the divine masculine? The divine feminine usually gets like that chaser or longing energy, and then the masculine runs. But anyway, we have Cupid's arrow, have faith. So you could be trying to have faith that love is coming. So let's get into this. This is going to be the energy around you right now. So I'm really wondering if that chaser card is going to come out, because I was hearing chasing. And you know what I was seeing? I was seeing someone almost, it's, my downloads are strange, but I was seeing someone with the beetle and the snail. I kept seeing someone almost stepping on them. And I was hearing chaser energy. And when I was thinking about the meaning of the beetle and the slug, like I said, it is about transformation and trusting the path even when it feels messy. So the fact that I was seeing someone step on those, it could be that you're, like I said, that chaser energy is being stirred within you right now. Anyway, let's get into it. So what is surrounding you right now? We have Phoenix. That's good. We have Coffin, new beginnings, liberation, the coin, liberty. Remember that said liberty. So reborn and transition. So there was definitely an ending here. You're definitely in separation. What else do we have? We have backstabbing, heartbreak and pain, separation and loss. So it's going to be, this is also reminding me of like Queen of Pentacles or Empress energy. I think that's a pomegranate, however you say that. So someone could have really wronged you in some way here. But Phoenix energy, so through this ending, through this heartbreak and pain, you're liberating yourself, you're phoenixing, Phoenix energy. New phase and rekindle, renew and growth, changed mind, rise from the ashes. We have unconditional love, so you could be working on, listen, you could have unconditional love for this person, especially that twin flame card. And again, unconditional love doesn't mean putting up with bad behavior. It doesn't mean, like just looking at these cards, coffin, backstabbing, blowing kiss. C and B, I said those initials. P could be symbolic because we have pomegranate, liberty, L. But a lot of twin flames talk about unconditional love for their counterpart. But that doesn't mean that you have to stay in a situation that's not healthy for you. Think of that golden mirror. And it's important to unconditionally love yourself as well. Don't put up with that bad behavior. You know, that Phoenix energy, changed mind. Your mind, I mentioned one-sidedness. And this blowing kiss says fairness in love, affection returned. So you could be liberating yourself from a situation that felt one-sided. Maybe you've stopped chasing, because I'm seeing the chaser card for a reason. And the letter K could be symbolic. But I feel like even though you have unconditional love for this person, you know you want a rebirth, but you want it to be different. You want your affection to be returned. You want fairness. You want reciprocal energy. And this could be what this heartbreak and pain is teaching you. Also, you could still have unconditional love for this person. I mentioned it in yesterday's reading, but with counterparts with twin flames, it's hard to let go of that soul connection you feel with them. It's hard to just stop loving them. That's why I usually say people who talk like, I hate my twin flame, they can go to hell and blah, blah, blah. Somebody yesterday, they can kick rocks. Well, clearly I don't think that was your twin flame. I really don't. Again, it doesn't mean putting up with bad behavior, but a lot of twin flames talk about, like, even though this person wronged me, even though this person treated me in a way that I would never allow anyone to treat me, I still feel love for them. Divine feminine unconditional love. So Phoenix energy, that's good. That's good. All right. So let's get a few more. What do we need to know about this collective? Okay. Chaser energy didn't come out. So we have key on a ring. So this person could have made you feel like an option. And you could have even explored other options here, but unconditional love for your person. Again, I saw a comment. Someone said, I tried to date other people. Nothing lasted longer than a day because I feel this soul loyalty. And it's not, can I just stress that soul loyalty, it's energetic. It doesn't come from here. Hang on. My dogs were barking not at the same time, so it was like bark, 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 bark. Anyway, it sounded kind of like music. So the soul loyalty, it's not that you're desperate. It's not that you can't do better. It's not that you're pathetic. It doesn't come from here. It comes from in here. Anyway, so you could have explored your options, or this person could have made you feel like an option. You could have felt strung along by this person. We have heartbroken, deeply hurt and sad, feeling lost, grieving, and despair. So again, I was feeling heavy nostalgia, however you say it, when I was getting those downloads. And we have faith. So it feels like you're trying to have faith here that love is coming. We have separation, sadness, bitterness, missing you, thinking about you. Cactuses could be a sign. And then we have cut down, cutting out separation, stop the pattern. Silent treatment. So for some of you, you could have been dealing with someone who did ghost you or went silent, or maybe they, that slug talks about how slugs are different than snails because snails have a shell that they can hide in that protects them. Slugs don't have that shell. So you could have been dealing with someone who didn't know how to be vulnerable, or maybe when they felt exposed, they went silent. And I talk about this all the time. Silent treatment is very hard for the person on the other end of the silent treatment, even if that's not the intention of the person doing the silent treatment, even if they're doing it from an unhealed place. It's very hard on the person on the receiving end of it. It is a form of emotional, intentional or not, is what I'm hearing. So you could have been dealing with someone who went silent. You could have also had to stop the pattern somehow and went silent on them. I'm going to get a couple more, and then we're going to look at who's who here. 2 more. Phoenix, yay, it came out. Grounding, so you could be working on grounding in your energy right now. All right, well, we have love call. So we do have Phoenix. New phase and rekindle, renew and growth, changed mind, rise from the ashes. And then we have love call, expressing love, messages of love, thinking of you, informing you. So you could be really feeling a pull on this person's energy if they're on the other side of that energetic connection, picking up their phone, wanting to message you. With the chasing, I do feel like the card didn't come out, but I feel like someone here is feeling that chasing energy. It could be that you were feeling called to reach out to them, but that you're trying to rise from the ashes. You're trying not to repeat patterns. I just want to confirm I want to confirm these two cards. Let's see the Phoenix energy. What are you phoenixing out of? Or let's confirm that card. We have ascending. Ooh, you have like very nice energy here. Learning and expansion, transcending, preparing for union, new phase. So both of these say new phase. And confirming it is death. So grow and transform. What's dead is dead. So the past version of this connection is no more. Kurt could be symbolic. Curtis. The past version of this connection is no more. You're growing and transforming from this ending. But look at what's on the top. Face up. Reminiscing, nostalgia. Learning from the past. So clearly you've learned from the past and you're phoenixing. So maybe it's your person who's in chaser energy. We have the runner on the bottom. So clearly you were dealing with a runner. And I feel like you're not interested in going back to a situation where you're giving or chasing and they're running from you. That's really interesting. I want to confirm love call. Love call. Wedding rings. The butterfly. There's a lot of transformation here. I feel like both you and your person are transforming. Because with love call, we have evolving and growth. Next phase, healing inner child, releasing the past. So I'm having a really hard time figuring out what's happening here. Either you have phoenixed and you're thinking about reaching out to this person to let them know how you've changed. I feel like this is your person though. We have wedding rings, soul connection, and I was talking about that soul connection. All right, Chaser didn't come out. That's actually good because I was worried that Chaser was going to come out and that you were having... You know what I was seeing? I was seeing a wagon and I was hearing falling off the wagon. So I was worried that you were falling off the wagon. So for love call, we have mirror, mirroring each other's self-reflection, introspection, inner wounds. So think about the slug. If this person hasn't reached out to you, it's because they're in soul introspection. They're reflecting here. Think about this. You're mirroring right now. So if you are phoenixing and ascending, I actually love that the butterfly and the phoenix came out because I feel like whenever those two cards come out or the dragonfly, to me it symbolizes two people ascending. But think about mirroring. If you are very nostalgic about this person right now, they're very nostalgic about you. If you are trying not to reach out, they're trying not to reach out. We also have not enough. So this connection mirrored, just like twin flames, it mirrored ego and fear. It activated or triggered lack of self-confidence, not being enough. Maybe this person is lacking the confidence to reach out to you right now. And also self-sabotage. Soul connection, union. Mr. Crow is here. The crows were outside this morning. Were they ever? When I came downstairs, my partner said, "Your crows, your friends woke me up this morning." They were out there at like 6 a.m. looking for you. Whoops. I heard it when I woke up. I think it's lovely. So I got this new deck. And it's a miracle that I found it. I saw Naked by Moon Bree. I saw her using it. And then I was like, I have to have that deck, but I didn't know what it was called. So I went on Etsy searching for it. It took me a long time, but I found it. So we're going to look at your feelings and energy, your emotions, and then we're going to look at theirs. So impulsive, acting without thinking, chaser energy, wanting to take rapid action. So let me just talk about it for a minute. I talked about the difference between intuition and ego and fear. So remember, I keep hearing chasing. So if you are thinking about taking rapid action towards this person, where is it coming from? Is it a whisper within your soul? Does it come in like once in a blue moon? Maybe I should reach out. Does it whisper at you? Or are you ruminating about it? Are you in an energy where, you're thinking about taking impulsive action and you can't stop thinking about it, and it's like, you should take action, you should take action, you should take action? Because if it's ruminating and you don't feel like you can wait like a day or a week or a month to take that impulsive action, then that means it's coming from ego. Does that make sense? All right, so let's shuffle. We have space, do not disturb, rebalance, thinking, clearing head, self-care, space. So I feel like there is space between you. Now I'm hearing the Space Between by the Dave Matthews Band. The name Dave could be symbolic. We have addicted. So needing a fix. That's interesting. Spirit, just a reminder, we're looking at the viewer's energy. So are you needing a fix? And we have waiting for change, pause, hoping for contact, holding back, being patient, waiting for the right time. All right, there's definitely something about that here. So you could be ascending out of that addiction or that impulsive energy and like waiting, trusting in divine timing, allowing space. Hello, Blue Jay. All right, let's shuffle the deck and we're gonna see your emotions. Oh dear, that's not a good one to start with. Remember how I mentioned the silent treatment? And I mentioned it actually is a form of emotional. This card talks about silent treatment. Aggressive outbursts, treading on eggshells, playing mind games, feeling used. That's kind of falling in line with the bottom of the deck we were seeing. Hurt, confused by actions. So what did I say about the person on the other end of the receiving end of the silent treatment? Maybe, again, maybe you've gone silent with this person, but I don't see it as you. I don't think that you give people the silent treatment. You could have just gone silent because maybe there was nothing left to say. Hurt, confused by actions, upset, tearful, hurt by words, let down, wounded, bruised, emotional damage. Protective, so you could be protecting your energy right now from this person. That's heavy right away. All right, so let's see your emotions, because like I said, the slug, emotional sensitivity. So what are your emotions right now? We have Page of Swords energy. All right, so we have curious, intrigued, investigating, watching, wanting to find out more, questions, thirst for knowledge. So you could be curious what this person is going through. You could be curious if they still think about you, if they're going through the same thing. Page of Swords energy. It's also about getting more information. We have space, do not disturb, rebalance, thinking, clearing head, self-care. So you are taking space. You're trying to take space from this right now, even though you're curious. And we have self-doubt. So that could be what you're ascending out of, but you could still be struggling with some self-doubt here. Insecure, lacking confidence, self-criticism, questioning abilities. So there is a little bit of self-doubt there. Let's keep going. Your energy. Let's funny. Oh, there it is. There it is, the nostalgic card. So you could be feeling very nostalgic about this person right now, even though there was all that stuff in the past. A soul longing, I'm hearing. Missing, yearning, pining, needing, wanting, nostalgic, craving, wishing. So you could be hoping to hear from this person. You could be feeling a very strong pull in their energy right now. It'll be interesting to see what their energy is, because that might explain why you're feeling this pull towards them. Very nostalgic. And the fact that you're feeling nostalgic could be triggering some of those wounds from when you were with this person, like the self-doubt, insecure, lacking confidence. There's definitely space between you. We have protective, so you could be protecting your energy right now, even though you're longing for them. Self-protection, being careful, caring for your welfare, guarding, preventing you from getting hurt. So even, I feel like you're being protected. Like, let's say you're longing and hoping to hear from this person, but they're not reaching out to you. That's for your own protection, I'm hearing from Spirit. Yeah, we have indecisive. So you could be questioning here what you should do, or you could be going back and forth with whether or not you should reach out. We have forgiving, wanting to build bridges, reconcile, forgive and forget. We all make mistakes. Approachable, ready to talk, wanting to make amends. So it feels like you're ready to talk, but maybe this person isn't. Maybe you did send them a message and they didn't reply. Your energy. One more. Trying to keep a positive mindset. Have faith, love is coming. The Cupid card. We have guarded, walls up, cautious. You've been hurt by this person before. Slow burn, the slug. So you are guarded. You're protecting your energy right now. Maybe you've put up boundaries. Again, maybe you want to reach out, but you know that what's dead is dead. The past version of this connection with the runner didn't work. And now you're guarding yourself. Very Queen of Swords energy. And we have loyal. Oh my gosh. And I was talking about the soul loyalty. Faithful, true, genuine feelings. Allegiance, loyalty, like soul loyalty. And like I said, it doesn't come... I've heard people talk about it, like even if they want to have new love, it's like it doesn't align with them. That doesn't make you pathetic. Twin flame connection. If you know, you know. I want to see how you're feeling about them. What are your emotions about this person? Trying to keep a positive mindset. I feel like you're a very loyal person. How are you feeling about them? How are you feeling about them? Oh dear. Stressed, worried, troubled, impulsive. This is chaser energy. Impulsive. So you could be feeling this impulsive urge to reach out to them, wanting to take action towards them, but you could also feel like they're very impulsive. I'm seeing the Knight of Swords. So you could feel like they acted in impulsive ways or were very reactive, hurtful words. We have hopeful, optimistic, hopeful to get what you want, promising, like you're hopeful. I'm not convinced that I'm not convinced that a little bit of chaser energy isn't being activated in you right now. I'm almost seeing somebody going back and forth, like, should I, shouldn't I, should I, shouldn't I? We have weak, worn down, empty, not strong, helpless, vulnerable, sitting duck. So you could be feeling weak. Remember I said I was seeing a chaser fall off the wagon? Like maybe you've been really ascending and transforming this chaser energy, but all of a sudden you're feeling very weak. Very vulnerable. This is how you're feeling about this person. You could feel like they're happy without you. There was an affirmation that just popped down. I gotta pause it. It's okay to make mistakes and start over. So, remember I heard chaser falling off the wagon. So if you, I'm thinking of like an alcoholic. If you reached out and they were silent, it's okay. It doesn't mean that you failed. If you were weak for a moment, if you had a moment of weakness, that's okay. It's okay to make mistakes and it's okay to start over. I'm seeing like a counter go back to day 0. I want to get another one for how you're feeling about them. How are you feeling about them? Regret, disappointed, wishing they would change things. You could have regret for reaching out. I just can't kick this chaser energy. You could be saying that to yourself. Again, you could be relapsing is what I'm hearing. I need to just hang on. I know we already got this deck, but Spirit, why am I feeling this chaser energy so strongly? The chaser needs time. I feel like you've been doing really well. And maybe all of a sudden, there's a lot of stuff going on with the planets right now. I know nothing about birth charts or stuff like that. My friend Michelle, who's my moderator, knows everything about them. She'd say she doesn't know everything. But it just amazes me when she talks about it. But there's a lot going on with the planets right now. So you could be in your emotions. You could be like someone who feels like you've elevated out of this chaser energy, but all of a sudden it's being activated in you again and you're feeling weak. You know, like when I talk about cookies. I can't believe that. Well, I can believe it. I'm feeling it so strongly. Spirit, this chaser energy. I need some more information on this. Why am I feeling the chaser? Yeah. So you're still trying to heal chaser energy. Healing heart. Talking. I'm on the fence. Either you reached out to them recently and didn't get a response, or you feel this urge to because you're in like deep nostalgia. And it's kind of like you go back and forth, sitting on the fence. One day you could feel weak, the next day you could feel strong. You're still trying to heal that chaser energy. Maybe they reached out to you and it activated that chase. Like maybe you thought, I'm healing my chaser energy. And then they sent you a message and all of a sudden you could feel it activate again. Again, if they're thinking about reaching out to you, you'd be feeling a pull in their energy, I think. Self-indulgence, time to heal. So keep going within. All right. I want to see what Spirit will tell me from this deck. I know I'm switching decks again. I want to see white SUV. I want to see what Spirit can tell me about this person. That was a black car. What can you tell me about the person my sweet little viewer is connected to? 3 came out. Twin flame. All right, so we have coffin, So same energy that was coming up before. New beginnings, liberation, reborn and transition. Endings bring new beginnings. That's their energy. We have the sword and the rose. Clarity and truth. So they're seeing the truth of this situation right now. Revelations. They're having revelations about you, which could be why you're being pulled towards their energy. It could also be like a test. Honor and protection, determination. The dragonfly. Finding out, things coming to light, seeing the light and healing. So I feel like your person is ascending. You could feel them. I know this sounds nuts, but you could feel them ascending towards that light, and that could be why you're feeling a pull on their energy, because I just can't kick this feeling that your chaser energy is being triggered right now for some reason, even though you've been healing it. I'm going to get one last card for your energy, and then we're going to look at your person. The viewer. Sad. You could be feeling very sad right now. You could be shaming yourself for some decisions you made right now. We have judged. They could have questioned your character, negativity, shamed for decisions. So you could be shaming yourself right now for even feeling chaser energy again. Don't be so hard on yourself. You're still healing. We all make mistakes. It's okay to start over. Remember that? It's okay it's okay to have a bad day. It's okay to feel that chaser energy bubble up inside of you. It's okay. It doesn't mean that you're taking steps backward. It doesn't mean... Healing is not like this. It's not like, oh, I'm a chaser and I need to heal it. It's like this. Ups and downs. It's like, I was thinking about like drinking, because you guys know I'm a recovering alcoholic. Now that I'm like 16, whatever, 15, 16 years sober, I can't even remember how sober I am. I don't think about it, right? But for the first few years, it was tough. Like I would go weeks. No, I'd think about it every day. But I would go weeks feeling like I'm strong. And then I'd have a day where I just was like, maybe I should go to the liquor store and pick up some wine. Like it was healing. It's like this. The twin flame journey is like this. Healing, again, it's like that. And it doesn't mean that when you're having a down day that you're not healing. I feel like that's actually proof that you are healing, if I'm being honest. I'm going to get an animal card for you. Let's see what energy you're in. That camel. You could be feeling emotionally triggered right now. All right. The viewer. The viewer. Show me the viewer. 222 on the timer. The crocodile. So, resting, submerging, cooling off. We could have had it all by Adele. Could be symbolic. This is about intentional action. This is about like, don't take that impulsive action. What are you? A pause, waiting. So again, you could be really feeling the urge to take action here. But the crocodile is about gathering your energy so that your next move comes from a place of power. So let's see your energy, my sweet friend. Show me your energy. And I could have just caught you on an off day here. What is your energy? We have the stingray and the lion. So you are someone who's dedicated to personal growth and spiritual transformation. And it does talk about being patient. But like I said, maybe you're having an off day here. Maybe you're feeling this little, like, inspired to reach out, like little flickers of, should I reach out? Should I reach out? You have this stingray here. So the stingray is about developing confidence. So you're still developing that confidence. So it would make sense if that chasing comes from a place of fear and ego. So if you're still not feeling enough, so if you're still developing your confidence, then of course that would bubble up within you sometimes. Especially if this person is pulling on your energy. Remember that. Tugging on your little heartstrings. Water energy, so you could be feeling emotional. Developing confidence, sense of self, or spine. You could want to quit. To bring into balance, move through the discomfort. So just take it one day at a time. Just get through today if this card is finding you. The Stingray card represents a pivotal point in personal growth. The moment has come when the stingray must decide between the old, chasing, and the new, not chasing. No matter what choice is made now, it's inevitable that this dilemma will surface again and again as the force of Dharma growing within the stingray is too strong to ignore. I'm going to get you one more. One more. That's weird. One more. So that wanted to come out. I could feel it want to come out of the deck, and that's what I was hearing when the stingray landed. This is about like yearning. This is about, it can be about boundaries. We have the lizard, so you could be feeling very overstimulated right now. I talked about this yesterday. This card always makes me think of someone who is autistic. So you could be sensitive to noise, sensitive to food textures, sensitive to clothing, sensitive to other people's emotions. You could be an empath. You could be picking up on this person's energy right now. You could be you could get anxious in crowds. I always thought I had social anxiety. Nope, turns out I was an empath who was picking up on everybody's energy. Or autistic, you know, but anyway. The lizard, brown eyes could be symbolic. So the lizard talks about taking a step back. The lizard. I hear a little chickadee outside. Chickadee-dee-dee. Where are you? Sensitive to the subtle. Expert in the realm of sensory perception, as if it has a sixth sense. The lizard hears what is yet to be spoken and sees what is yet to manifest. So if you can see what's yet to manifest and you know that you're going to be talking to this person, maybe that's why you're feeling called to reach out. Although this is an amazing gift, it can easily wear the lizard down. Big crowds, lots of travel, or overstimulation will drain a lizard of their magical essence. This card is an indication to pull back from the bright lights in the big city and return to the inner artist who's been whispering your name. So focus your energy inward right now. I feel like that's what you're trying to do. I want to see how you're feeling about this person. How are you feeling about them? I was also seeing the fire ant card. We have the eagle. So the eagle could be symbolic for you. I already mentioned the letter E. I'm pretty sure I mentioned the letter L. Stingray, lizard. That's interesting. All the letters I mentioned are coming out in these cards. The crow. See. The crow. For how you're feeling about them. I feel like you could be having psychic visions about them. They could be very intuitive as well, or they could have psychic abilities. But I do feel like they're in your mind right now with the crow. That's air energy. We have water, fire, air. The crow. Watchful. You could feel like they're watching you. Interesting. You could feel like they're ungrounded or hypersensitive. And that hypersensitive, oversensitive, you're too sensitive. That's like I think every autistic person in the world has heard that. So they could be hypersensitive here. But it also talks about the crow energy is potent and should only be tapped into when the mind is clear. So I'm feeling like, for how you feel about them, I feel like you feel this person has to learn some things about themselves, and that you should only be tapping into them if their mind is clear. Do you know what I mean? Like if they're clear-headed, if they're not triggered. That's what I'm hearing. All right, I'm going to go to your person because you're confusing me a little. And I don't mind. Please don't apologize. Please don't apologize. I'm trying to teach one of my kids not to over-apologize because they over-apologize. And if you know me and you've been here since the beginning, you know that I used to apologize like 5,000 times in every reading. I was watching the new Survivor and there was a Canadian on there. The first thing he did was like, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Because not only is it a people-pleasing thing, it's a Canadian thing. All right, so let's get your person's energy because this is gonna clear things up, I think. So, your person's energy, or their emotions right now, I should say. Self-sabotage. They could be lacking, they could still be in self-sabotaging energy. Waiting, mirroring, waiting for change, waiting for you, hoping for contact. If they're on the other end of this, I wish they'd message me, and you're on the other end, like maybe I should message them. It makes sense. Confirmation from Mr. Crow. What else do you need? That was a big fat confirmation. Angered, shocking behavior, interesting. Stressed, bothered, worried, troubled, weighed down. So this person could be very troubled right now about, I feel like they're fixated on you, but they could be very troubled and disgusted with how they treated you, with themselves, I'm hearing. Oh, I meant to look up the eagle. Whoa, my ears just started ringing. For how you feel about this person, that's interesting. Because I went right to the shadows and it says controlling. So you could be trying to control yourself when it comes to this person, or they could have been controlling. Let's see how your person is feeling right now. They could be suspicious that you have someone else in your energy. Hurt. Upset, tearful, hurt by words, let down, wounded, bruised, emotional damage. Same card as you. There's a lot of mirroring here. Saving face. Avoiding feeling humiliated, reputation. Covering up a mistake, excuse for failings, not wanting others to lose respect for them. This is giving me the energy of shame, like someone who's ashamed or avoiding taking accountability for their actions. I'm seeing the lover in reverse, the lovers in reverse, Gemini energy. Someone avoiding taking accountability. It's like they're licking their wounds. They're too ashamed to face you. Hoping that you'll reach out to them so that they don't have to take the first step is what I'm hearing. We have protective, trying to keep you safe. So if this person is disgusted with their own behavior, that came out. I don't just make it up. It came out on the cards. They're being careful, caring for your welfare. Do you see the mirroring? You have 3 out of 4 of the same cards. Like 4 cards came out, 3 of them are your cards. Preventing you from getting hurt. Avoiding taking accountability. I feel like this person is in a lack of self-confidence and they feel like if they were to engage with you, they would just hurt you. It's almost like they're protecting their ego. Or they know that they have more healing to do and they're concerned for your well-being. They don't want to hurt you again. We have positive, same card as you. I feel like this person, your opinion matters to them. Inspired, positive mindset, working on their confidence. P. I know I mentioned P when I was giving, I didn't write it down, but I mentioned it when I was giving the downloads. S. We have H. I didn't mention H. How is this person feeling right now? What are their emotions? What are their emotions? Longing. Oh my God. I keep seeing the same cards. Longing, missing, yearning, pining, needing, wanting, nostalgic, craving, wishing. And has this come over you all of a sudden? Think about like energetic cords. Well, how can I give you an example? This is the energetic cord between you. If you feel them tugging on you, it almost feels like someone's like, I'm hearing, Mom, Mom. They're energetically tugging on your energy. The same could be said, though, if you're longing and thinking and nostalgic about them, you could be tugging on their energy. And it's almost like you guys are at like, it's almost like I'm seeing tug of war. It's like you're both pulling on each other's energy right now. Lots of mirroring here. So if you're feeling like frustrated that you're thinking about taking impulsive action or that chaser energy is being activated, think about what's happening on their side, okay? It's not just coming out of nowhere is what I'm hearing. So longing. Enlightened, new perspective. That's good. So they have a new perspective, better understanding, matured, wake-up call, realizations. The sword in the rose. I almost said sword in the stone. That movie could be symbolic. The sword in the rose just saw 747. I also wrote down E. Isn't that interesting? So new perspectives about you and themselves. 2 more for their emotions right now. 313 could be symbolic. Didn't want to come out. Nervous. Decisions. You had that on the bottom as well. Making choices. What do I want? Deliberating, thinking, unsure of what to do, reflecting. So it's like, remember I said you could be on the fence going back and forth, feeling a pull in their energy? Should I? Should I? Should I? They're on the other end. Should I? Should I? Should I? I'm sorry, I don't mean to yell at you. Nervous, worried, uneasy, tense, insecure, apprehensive, hesitant. So hesitant to come towards you. I'm also seeing, right now, I'm seeing, not in my room, I'm seeing ants eating a bug. That could be the fire ant card. So feeling apprehensive about coming towards you. Depressed, oh my. Unhappy, sorrow, deflated, empty, grief, pain. Let's see how they're feeling about you. Worried. Worried that your walls are up. Same cards. How are they feeling about you? Oh, that one went on the floor. Curious. You had that. You remember I said you could feel like they're watching you? I think they are. It says spying. Thirst for knowledge, questioning, wanting to find out more. So Page of Swords energy, feeling curious about you. Excluded, left out in the cold, not part of your life. This is how they're feeling about you. So they're curious what you're up to. They're curious how you're doing. They feel like they're not a part of your life. That's really interesting for how they're feeling about you. They could feel like you're angry at them. I was seeing the fire ant, so they could feel like you have resentment towards them. I just heard little do they know. They feel like you're going to be confrontational if they reach out. That's why they're apprehensive, sad. They've let you down. They feel upset about you. They feel sad about this situation. They feel sad that they've let you down. And they feel like if they reach out, there's like a lack of confidence here. So they feel apprehensive, nervous about reaching out, Queen of Swords, because they feel like you're going to be confrontational if they reach out. Or that you'll push them away. 2 more for how they're feeling about you. Sensitive. So they feel like you're a very sensitive soul, sensitive to the subtle, the lizard. You could be autistic. They feel like they've hurt you. Moved on. They feel like you've moved on, that you're focused on other things, that you're distracted, that you're unaffected, that you're detached, that you're not interested. Little do they know. They also have, coming out here, we have selfish, self-interest, self-absorbed, me, no consideration for others, narcissist. And I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think that's you. They're looking at you as someone extremely sensitive, someone like an empath, sensitive to the subtle. They're feeling sad about you. They feel like, I feel like, remember the beginning of this reading, the golden mirror, the option thing, I talked about it. I feel like this is about them feeling, I don't think they feel like you're that. I feel they feel like you've moved on from that. That you won't go back to that. I'm seeing that as them. They feel like you've moved on. They hurt you with their own behavior is what I'm hearing. I'm going to confirm that. Let's confirm this selfish card. That doesn't make sense. We have excited. That doesn't make sense. Hang on. Confirm the selfish card, please. They're appalled with their own behavior. That's what I was getting. Grief. Lost someone they love. So they're in pain because of their own behavior. Lost someone they love. Pain, sadness, endings, going through the motion, missing, crying. They feel like you're unaffected, remember? They feel like you're very focused on yourself right now, but they feel disgusted with their own behavior. That's what's coming out when I get the selfish card. So clearly this person has had an epiphany. The dragonfly, like things have come to light that they need to heal. All right. Let's get them an animal card. Animal card. I already put them away. Animal card for your person. Animal card for your person. Interesting. Feeling weak. Runs away. Runner energy. But let's see what comes out. Animal card for your person. The moth. They could have thought the grass was greener on the other side. Like a moth to a flame. the fox. So I feel like they're working on their stability here. They could have felt like the grass was greener on the other side with that moth. But with the moth, I always hear like a moth to a flame. That's air energy. Impulsive. So they're feeling impulsive towards you. Wishful thinking, impulsive, hasteful. So they're feeling impulsive towards you. All right. Show me their energy. Show me their energy, please. They're at a crossroads. They're at a crossroads. Decisions. The tarantula. And we have the tiger in reverse. What the sitting in stillness, but the tiger in reverse. I don't know if I've ever... That's fire energy. So they are sitting in silence. At a crossroad. When in balance, this is the tarantula. When in balance, follows intuition. When out of balance, hesitates, over intellectualizes. To bring into balance, journaling. So this person could actually be writing about what they want to say to you. I don't feel like they're sitting in... I don't think that they're sitting in stillness comfortably. Because this card is about sitting in silence. This is divine feminine energy in the upright. It's about being at one with the silence. The fact that it's in reverse, I don't feel like this person, I feel like the silence is worrying them. The letter T could be symbolic, tarantula, tiger. Tiger, overstimulated. They're feeling very overstimulated right now. I'm going to get one more for them. One more for the stingray. Developing confidence. So you're both struggling with your confidence right now. There's so much mirroring here. It's crazy. The eagle. S-E. I wrote those initials down. So right now your person is going through a transformation. They're being thrown into the fire for the sake of their own transformation. Developing confidence, personal growth, pivotal moment. There's so much mirroring here. It's crazy pants. I just heard an engine revving. Stingray, developing confidence, sense of self. There could be pressure from family and friends. Eager, wants to grow. To bring into balance, move through the discomfort. You're both getting the same card. 93 could be symbolic. I want to see how they're feeling about you. How are they feeling about you? That was very dramatic. We have the elk. Like a moth to a flame. Impulsive. They're feeling very impulsive towards you. The elk. So they feel like you would make a damn good partner. Mother, father, parent. They could feel like you're standing in your masculine strength right now. The elk. We have the bat in reverse. That was very dramatic. That came out and then it stood there for a minute and fell into reverse. So I couldn't see what it was, but that's why I said that was very dramatic, because it stood for a minute and then fell right into reverse. I believe that the bat in reverse talks about not being able to let go. B. E. The initials that I channeled. Where are we? Refuses to let go, reminisces. That's how they feel about you. I don't know why, but I looked at this stingray card and I heard somebody's friend say, why don't you just get over them? Why don't you just let... I've also got some kind of weird interference every time I look at my video. It's like this weird... Anyway. This person hasn't been able to let go of you. Reminiscing, can't let go of you. The elk, for how they feel about you. Maybe they feel like they need to be in masculine energy before they come towards you. We have earth energy with that. Stable, resilient, headstrong. So you could be very headstrong. Support and stability. Fully established in themselves. That's how they see you. That you're fully established in themselves. I also feel like this person feels like they need to be fully established in themselves before coming towards you. They make damn good fathers, mothers, parents, lovers, friends. The world needs more elk energy. Supportive, kind, consistent. You could be eating and drinking more consciously. I want to get one more for how they're feeling about you. One more for how they're feeling about you. One more. Oh, we have the hyena. So you could have seen through their mask. You could have seen their shadows. You also could be very sarcastic. You could always look on the brighter side of life or try and find humor in situations. You could be very funny. With the hyena, this is how they're feeling about you. The letter H could be symbolic. That's fire. Where are you? Hyena. Charming, witty, fun to be around, to bring into balance, sobriety. You could be sober. You could be a recovering addict of some sort. That's interesting. They could feel like you were hiding resentments here towards them, which is funny because I was seeing the fire ant. All right. Let's get tarot. Ooh, let's get tarot now. Tarot. What do we got on the bottom? Strength. So you could be going through a test right now. We have the Wheel of Fortune. There could be some kind of chasing cycle. All right, let's cut the deck. Eight of Wands, communication. What deck is this? Highly sensitive person. Highly sensitive empath. That's interesting. Eight of Wands, the Empress. Oh, so you could be sitting in Empress energy, feeling the urge to communicate. Trying not to chase communication. And we've got the Nine of Pentacles. And I just saw 3, 2, 1. So you could be really trying to stay strong in your energy. Nine of Pentacles, self-improvement. I like it. You could also be going through rapid change and rapid growth right now. Even though it doesn't feel like it, the slug. Let's see you. Show me the viewer. All right, so we've got the moon. So yeah, some things could be stirring up in you right now with the moon. Some fears could be being stirred up within you. Your intuition. Trying to sit in divine feminine energy. Pisces, we also have the Three of Swords in reverse. So it does feel like you are releasing a resentment towards this person. You're healing from past wounds, healing from past shadows. You could be really longing towards this person and you're not sure why. Like, I know probably you know that you have a soul connection with this person, but you could feel this longing towards them that, isn't clear to you why you're feeling it. Three of Swords in reverse does talk about wanting to make amends, wanting reconciliation, wanting to heal things. But you could be feeling unsure if this person has done the healing, because you had that card wanting them to change, wanting them to heal. Let's see their energy. Could we be a little bit more dramatic? Oh my. We have the Five of Wands in reverse, so somebody wants the end of conflict here. But we have the High Priestess, King of Pentacles in reverse, so someone's not feeling very stable. They're being silent and guarded with you. The High Priestess, that is someone who is full of intimacy and passion, but remains behind a calm, cool exterior. They wear a mask. But their intuition is trying to get through to them here. We've also got the Six of Pentacles. So for some of you, they could be getting like counseling or advice from someone, learning about reciprocal energy. Their intuition could be telling them, don't go towards that person with a stable offer until you can give them reciprocity. Because remember, their energy, they feel like they're protecting you. I just saw 333 on the clock. The actual clock, not the video counter thing. So that's interesting. The King of Pentacles is in reverse. So they're being urged to be extremely decisive and clear about their direction. They're being encouraged to take time to plan their objectives, breaking them down into realistic steps. Their focus could also be on money right now. They feel like they neglected this connection. They could be lacking balance in their life. Let's see how you're feeling about them. Okay, we have Nine of Pentacles. So you could be feeling like, unless they can add value to my life, I'm good here. Nine of Pentacles. You could feel like they need to self-improve. 10 of Swords, painful ending. So you could be feeling like since this ending, you've glowed up. They could have betrayed you in some way. They could have had a fear of giving up their independence. Seven of Swords came out crossing. So for how you feel about them, you could feel like some Seven of Swords behavior, the golden mirror, contributed to this ending, and that you've learned a lesson, that you're not going back to that. Because the Seven of Swords in reverse is about the end of games. Like, I'm not going back to the way it was, is what I'm hearing. I'm not going back to that. You could have felt like they were denying some of the things they needed to learn. The Seven of Swords in reverse is also about setting the record straight. So you could be lacking closure, or you could be feeling like you want them to set the record straight since this ending, since this Ten of Swords moment. I feel like you've evolved since this ending. Let's see how they're feeling about you. How are they feeling about you? Sadness, separation. How are they feeling about you? Missing your energy. Nine of Wands. So they want to persevere here. Two of Cups in reverse. Sadness and separation. Uneven power dynamic. Page of Pentacles. Wanting a fresh start. Wanting to give you stability. Wanting to bring in a solid offer with you. They could feel like you have new love. Nine of Wands and Justice. So they're really fighting, coming in, taking accountability. Remember, we saw it in their energy. They know they need to take accountability. They could be reflecting on This Nine of Wands, love that's not easy, to me that describes a twin flame connection. It's love that's not easy because it's meant to lead to self-improvement. There's also something about you being a beacon, or this person like always feeling called to you. You could be shining right now. All right. I want to get another one for how they're feeling about you. How are they feeling about you? The Chariot. So they are feeling like you're moving on. They also feel the Lovers. They want to come into alignment with you. They want to come, they know, they feel like they need to make the choice to come towards you. I feel like they're hoping that you make the choice to come towards them. It's almost like they're hoping you'll reach out, wanting to hear from you. Remember that card? So think about it. If they're energetically, I wish they would message me. I wish they would message me. Oh, if only I knew if they were still interested and they haven't moved on. Energetically, it's hard to explain energy. Energy doesn't lie. So you could be on the other end feeling like maybe I should reach out to them. They feel like they want to come towards you here with the Lovers there and the Star. They want to heal this. Someone here could be a skateboarder. Or I just heard those aren't Converse sneakers. Someone could wear Converse sneakers. Want a conversation? I couldn't resist. I'm funny. Remember the hyena. All right. Let's look at, I want to see how they're viewing you. How are they viewing you? So what do they think you're doing? Page of Cups, new love. First of all, how they view you, they have a new perspective, Page of Cups. But this could be someone who's viewing you as, they could be viewing or perceiving that you have new love in your life. What are their intentions towards you? What are their intentions? Well, we've got the Dreamer, which is the Fool. Six of Wands. So Six of Wands is about success. They could be intending to take a leap of faith towards you online. But this is also about recognition. This is also about, recognizing how amazing you are. Six of Wands. It's about recognition. It's about making someone feel loved and seen. So their intentions are to take a leap of faith towards you here. I'm thinking online. Golden Retriever could be symbolic. One more for intentions. Yeah, we've got the Ace of Cups. Queen of Cups, deepening an existing connection. So we've got the Four of Pentacles in reverse, and we've got the Ace of Cups for their intentions. So their intentions are to come towards you, Ace of Cups, have a renewal, come towards you with an offer of love, and stop holding back. Their intentions are to get out of that insecure energy where they, they can't... The Four of Pentacles in the upright is about holding back. So their intentions are to stop holding back, to be open with you. Generous with their love is what I'm hearing. Someone could have a baby here. The Queen of Cups, there could be something or someone that they want to leave in the past. The letter B could be symbolic. I already mentioned it. Look. Do you see that? Hang on. Do you see that B on there? Could it be any clearer? Clearly, I've been watching too much of Friends. I sound like Chandler. I am going to do something I never do. What should you do? What action should you take? What should you do? The viewer, what action should the viewer take? Didn't want to come out. Didn't want to come out. Why did 20 cards come out? Let's just pick up that stack, and I'll take these two. Well, we've got the 5 of Wands in reverse, and we've got the 2 of Pentacles in reverse. So, the 2 of Pentacles is kind of like going back and forth, weighing up your options, but in reverse, it's funny because when it came out before, I said they could have been neglecting you. It does say neglecting love, neglecting partner, not focused on love, overextending. So I would say don't overextend yourself. Don't try to take your focus off this person. The 5 of Wands in reverse is saying that the end of conflict is coming. That the time of disagreements and like blockages are coming to an end. And right now you are being advised not, 2 of Pentacles in reverse, not to focus on them. Step back for a moment, take a breath, and find a way to center yourself. Remember I almost said iguana. Remember the lizard. Take a step back. That's what you're being guided to do right now. That the end of conflict is coming. You just have to trust in the journey. Remember the slug. Manifestation takes time. What action is this person being called to take? What action is this person being called to take? We've got the Queen of Cups on the bottom again. So Queen of Cups is about wanting to deepen a connection. It is about coming in like a loving, compassionate energy. That's good. 5 of Swords in reverse. Stop the war. So this person is being called to come in not in a self-sabotaging energy. They're being called to come in for reconciliation, to make amends, and to not come in and argue with you or make things worse. So think about it. If they're still in that fear and ego and self-sabotage, they wouldn't be taking action right now. We have the 2 of Swords. So they're being guided to make a decision. They're being guided to take action from a place from their heart, Queen of Cups. And remember how I had that download about if you are ruminating about it and thinking, should I reach out? Should I reach out? Should I reach out? And you're like constantly thinking about it and like, maybe I should do it now because I'm afraid that's like, I should do it now. You feel like an urgency in it. That's your mind. That's your ego. When it's gentle and you can like step back and it dissipates and then it comes back a few days later as a whisper, that's your intuition. So your person is being called to make a decision, but from their heart space. Because if they come in from this head space, arguments. And we have Judgment. So they're being called to, they do want another chance here. I don't even want to say second chance. They want another chance here. But they're being called to self-evaluate and self-reflect before coming towards you to make amends. Queen of Cups. Let's get one more. Action from this person. Page of Wands. That is inspired action. King of Swords. Truth and clarity. So when it feels inspired from the intuition, from the heart space, truth and clarity. They have truth and clarity right now. 7 of Cups in reverse. This is someone who has clarity, but they're not yet ready to take that leap of faith towards you. All right, let's get a few channeled messages from this person. I don't know, I hope that resonated. That was an interesting one. Red hair and freckles could be symbolic. Also, my solar plexus is going crazy right now. This one. Channeled messages. We're just going to get a couple. Just a few. All right. What does this person want to say to you? What does their 5D self want to say to you? You are all I think about. You intrigue me and I want to know You intrigue me and I want to know every little thing about you. Now I'm hearing every little thing you do is magic. Is that the police? Maybe your person is a police officer? I don't know. Let's see. What does this person want to say to you? That was a big clump. You've changed me. I see the light and I am listening to my higher self. Remember the lighthouse? I will return home to you. You were the only one to set boundaries with me. At first it upset me, but I now know you did it for my own good and for your own good. I am tired of running from this connection. I miss you so much and need you by my side. You believed in me when no one else did. You showed me compassion that I couldn't show myself, and for that I am grateful. So you could have been very compassionate with this person, even though, you know, maybe they weren't treating you the best. You've made me want to be the best version of myself. I am asserting the mastery of my higher self. That's good. These colors could be symbolic. That's so weird. I am being divinely guided towards you. We were made for one another, and now I believe. Look at this. Like, look, it's blue, green, blue, green, blue, green. It makes me think of like heart, throat, like communication from the heart. I am going through a dark night of the soul. I am completely lost, broken, and searching for answers. That could also be, listen, if your person is going through a dark night of the soul, that could be why you're feeling called towards their energy, because on a soul level, you could feel that they're going through it. Let's get a few more. Three more. Let's set a limit here. 3 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, good. Spirit cut me off. The bottom of the deck is covered. I want to be in union just as bad as you do, but timing is key and we need to be patient. I've never seen that card. I feel your energy all around me and I cannot help but hope that you feel my energy around you too. Tugging on your energy, like I said. It's like the two of you are like tug, 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 tug. Tucker? I heard the name Tucker. You've helped me realize that I do deserve love despite my upbringing. You are very special to me and I am planning on taking action to prove how important you really are in my life. And do you feel our energies merge as one? I feel crazy in love with you. All right, my friends, I'm going to leave it there. I'm sending you lots of love and light, and I will talk to you next time. Bye.